Today we're doing something really special and quite novel for an endangered species that lives here in the national park. It's not a wildcat, it's not a capercaillie, it's not a big fluffy animal, it's actually a very, very small little creature, and it's an endangered species in the UK. It's called the narrow-headed ant. And the national park is really important for this species, but unfortunately they're not doing particularly well everywhere that we find it in the national park. And today we're in Carr Bridge, we're in Carr Plantation, and the ants live in this wood, so it's a special forest, and they're basically eking out an existence in between this mature forest around us, and they're living in just the very sunny places in the wood. It can't stand being shaded by heather or by trees, so this wayleaf that we're standing in now has provided some nice open habitat for them. There's boggy areas in the forest that are providing habitat for them, but this wayleaf, the heather height is now getting really, really tall, and some of the nests are shading out and unfortunately going extinct. So what we're doing today was we're using this really cool machine called a robocutter. It's essentially a remote control lawnmower, and what we're doing is we're creating disturbance, basically making a mess, if you like. So if you're in the woods and you're walking through, you might see some big holes that have been cut in the heather and think, what on earth's going on here? Because it does look a bit messy. But nature likes mess, and what we're doing is we're creating sunny pockets for the ants to live in. So what the ants really thrive on is a little bit of woodland, a little bit of heather. They like to have shelter and obviously food, which they get from the plants around them, but they really need lots and lots of sunshine. So without disturbance to create open pockets, they get shaded and die out. So this machine is allowing us to get into habitats where, for whatever reason, we can't have cattle or other things happening here. And it's creating these open pockets of habitat that the ants will hopefully move into and spread into, and it'll provide these really sunny little hot places for them to live. So it's really exciting. We've never used this machine specifically to work on ants before. We're hoping that it's going to really help to reinvigorate the population that's here in this forest in Carr Bridge.